Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this basketball season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection for a wide variety of stats, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and injury insurance on your picks are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million players who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/get100 and use code GET100. That's code GET100 at prizepicks.com/get100 for a first deposit matchup to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
Ay, mija, abuelita's on her way and I still need to shop for the party.
No worries. Let's order through Instacart.
¿Insta qué?
Sí, Emma. We can order groceries and more online and get everything delivered in as fast as an hour.
Everything for dinner? Carne, tortillas, limas, plátanos.
Claro. Anything else?
Just make sure the plátanos are ripe.
Get groceries delivered same day with Instacart so you have more time for family. Visit instacart.com or download the app to get free delivery on your first 3 orders. Offer valid for a limited time. Minimum order $10. Additional terms apply.
Welcome to DreadTek Incorporated. This is a Microphones and Monsters spinoff. I guess Microphones and Monsters production. Like, this is our second show now. So, yeah, I'm Adam Culbertson. I got Nico, Tisha, and Richard with me. We'll go through introductions and everything. Yeah, we did a guest shot with Nico in the first story arc of season 3, and the plan all along was to do this spinoff because came across the Technomancer's textbook. It's a third-party 5th edition supplement book, and I really liked the cyberpunk setting and just came across it, looked through all the subclasses and everything, and just fell in love with it, wanted to do something, and I found people to play it. And I wanted to keep it in the Microphones and Monsters universe and build on that as season 1 and season 2 built up to this big, huge multiverse of alternate realities. And this was the first one we introduced outside of one that was similar to where we started. So we'll have the cyberpunk, definitely have the action that comes with cyberpunk, as well as keeping the eldritch horror going with it, and maybe even doing some more sci-fi kind of horror stuff as well. That's it for me. Who wants to introduce themselves and talk about your shows, like anything else that you're doing, and your characters?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. My name is Tisha. I play on Roll Gay Roleplay, another D&D 5e podcast. I will be playing Sylvia Rivera. She is a bard, College of Anarchy. Let me pull that up to explain what that is exactly, because it's from the Technomancer's textbook. The College of Anarchy is less a place and more a state of mind. It's a rejection of oppressive governments, of soulless megacorporations, and of any shithead that wants to tell you what to do. It's a statement of revolution against the man and all it represents. So that's going to be Sylvia. She has short brown hair, brown eyes, visible eyelashes, dark red lips, soft copper skin with olive undertones, and a very colorful outfit to go with. always. And that's Sylvia.
Yeah, I was really hoping somebody would pick up the College of Anarchy Bard because of one ability called Fuck Off.
Yeah. I could go into some of what the College of Anarchy does, if you like.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, for sure. So the main thing with this is that she's going to have Rebellious Shout. So at 3rd level, she channels her powerful free will into her voice. So as a bonus action, I can do Rise Up, which basically grabs people within 60 feet of me, gives them some healing, and pulls them closer to herself. There is also Fuck Off, which is thunder damage. So it's very much similar, just the opposite of Rise Up. So Fuck Off, it pushes them away and gives them thunder damage. And then Get Lost, which is just frightens a creature. It frightens and deafens them. She also has her bardic inspiration can be used to anybody who can see or hear her. So whether that's through like proximity or through digital means. So if she calls someone, she can bardically inspire them. She can use a megaphone. Any way that we can communicate nowadays in this cyberpunk world.
Yeah. And I like seeing like you were talking about the using a megaphone and stuff. I'm excited to see how you use some of your abilities in magic. Even I like the ways you can do it differently in this world. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that bardic inspiration because instead of calligraphy tools, I gave her a proficiency in graffiti. So being able to possibly, and it'll be up to the DM, but possibly sending a message and leaving a bardic inspiration on the wall for whoever walks past next.
Yeah, and I think I already said yes. Like we are doing that.
Yeah. So I'm excited about the graffiti that comes from this very colorful kind of woman. So it'll be fun.
Are we talking about cybernetics as well during this part?
Yeah, if you want to talk about, because your cybernetics would also be like part of your like physical appearance for some cases,
right?
Even so,
I'm not sure if Tisha has any. I'm just preparing for my.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm giving you on about Sylvia for now.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Let that stuff come out in the story.
Yeah.
So it's whatever you want to share, Nico.
Okay.
If you want to go next, yeah.
Yeah. So I am Nico from A Fool's Quest. I am the DM. So first, I am incredibly excited to be a player for a while and in this campaign. That is awesome. And I am playing Nitz, the half-elf ranger, which actually was already in, like Adam said, the first arc of season 3 for Microphones and Monsters. So if you've listened to that, you've already got a bit of a taste of my character. But essentially, my character is he's a half-elf ranger, but they're called drone masters in the Technomancer book. So essentially, instead of having any kind of pet or anything like that, he's got a little drone robot that follows him around and does a whole bunch of stuff for him. And Nitz himself is a mechanic. That's what he's known for. So he's like, full on greasy mechanic outfits all the time. He always wears a beanie on his head. That's why he got the handle Nitz. And he calls his little drone Blip, who follows him around everywhere and does everything with him. So Nitz loves Blip, and they are best of friends. As far as some of the stuff that comes with the drone master ability, there's a lot of cool stuff that's in there that I love about it. And in fact, it's probably the coolest version of a ranger I've ever seen. But some of the stuff that Blip can do is take and put... Well, he's got like a hacker bot module, so he can jack into different kind of computer systems, stuff like that. He also can do attacks, but Nits doesn't generally use Blip for attacks unless it's kind of a last minute thing. And there are some other cool stuff that Blip can do as far as serum injections for healing or causing status effects to enemies. Well, healing allies and status effects to enemies. And Blip will continue to level up as Nits levels up, so it's really kind of cool. There are a few other items that the Ranger gets as far as like spells and stuff go, and guns and stuff go. But more than anything, I think I've put a lot more stuff into Blip than even what standard comes. So like when I bought a flashlight, I installed it into Blip thanks to Adam giving me the green light to make modifications on top of that. So it's really pretty cool. And then the other thing that Nits has is a mechanics utility van where he stores a whole bunch of tools and stuff like that. But Nits is not a very clean or organized person by any means, which is very, very different than Nico in real life. I am very, very clean and organized at all times. So this is 100% personality difference for me. And then... aside from that, I do have a visible cybernetics enhancement. So on my persons, I have an immune system booster attached to my neck, where if I come into contact with poisons or toxins or anything like that, the immune system booster can activate and help dissolve those poisons and toxins and keep me from taking additional damage. So that's the only thing that's visible that people can see about Nits. Oh, and my show can be found, A Fool's Quest can be found anywhere you get podcasts, or just www.afoolsquest.com. That works too.
Yeah, and I think the same thing with Roll Gay Roleplay. Like, I don't think you said where to find it.
Yeah, you can go to roll, like ROLL, Roll Gay Roleplay.com.
Just wanted to make sure. I wasn't sure.
And it's available wherever you find podcasts.
Yeah. I will point out these characters are definitely ingrained into the world, and we are starting at level 10, so it's not like these are new adventurers or new to their abilities and everything like that. They mid tier definitely for starting out here. Oh, and that tube, or your cybernetic enhancement, like the way you were describing it, I'm imagining it kind of like Bane in a way, like it like it siphons out the bad blood, puts fresh blood in. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that a lot. Probably not as much like mechanicalized, but yeah, like like the thin little tubes that go in and then plug into a little computer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not a big tube,
right?
Just like like something that filters it. Yeah,
right.
Cool.
But definitely noticeable.
And yeah, everybody that has if you haven't listened to Microphones and Monsters, you definitely want to go. I say start from the beginning, but if you want to hear Nit's original introduction, definitely check out the beginning of season 3. And you'll get a little bit there, and some of that stuff does set. Well, actually, the whole thing sets up where we're going to pick up for this campaign. And Richard.
Okay, so I'm Richard, and I suppose if you have actually listened to Microphones and Monsters, then you probably recognize my voice, at least somewhat. I play Alistair, the cat that everybody loves, right? But yeah. So I'm going to be playing in this campaign. We'll call him Z.OUS. And that's, well, I guess we'll kind of get to that. But Z.OUS is rather unusual. If you're familiar with Microphones and Monsters, you may have actually heard us describe Zoog characters. Like from Microphones and Monsters, Hastings was a Zoog. It's a kind of rodent-like humanoid that has very dexterous like feet and hands, like a prehensile tail, and these tendrils that stick off of their face that are able to also manipulate things. So not exactly the prettiest picture to start with, but
an eldritch marsupial.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, pouches and everything. Z.OUS is a little unusual beyond that because Z.OUS is not the normal small size. Z.OUS is actually about 5 feet tall and very muscular. Like considerably larger than your typical Zoog.
They're normally tiny.
They're normally rather small. Like I guess probably about halfling size, maybe.
No,
maybe
shorter,
a little smaller.
Like barely bigger than Alistair. Like they're tiny.
So yeah, very big difference there. But as you see him, he's just kind of ratty looking, like brown fur all over the place. Wears cobbled together what seems like armor made from junk, just kind of random metal pieces here and there, and carries a couple of very, very large firearms that are also seemingly engineered out of a bunch of junk. He is actually a barbarian using the version from Technomancer Street Savage, which basically takes all the fun stuff from Barbarian and applies it to heavy firearms. So all the fun Barbarian rage stuff, like can use strength to actually do all of the attacks with firearms, and then add in a pinch of being able to control vehicles that way too. Like being able to basically use strength to control vehicles, like just all kinds of crazy stuff. Weird attachments like an underbarrel rocket launcher. Like, yeah, so it's definitely going to be interesting to say the least, I'm sure. But, there's actually one other thing. Z.OUS actually does have a very distinct amulet that he wears all the time, that has this silhouette on the actual amulet that looks like kind of an eldritch version of a mermaid, sort of. I think that's probably about the best way to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I suppose if you found this, you probably already know where to find Microphones and Monsters.
Yeah.
At least I hope so. But yeah, I guess that's about all for me.
All right. Yeah, we came up with the Zoog being able to be bigger and everything. That'll come out. Z.OUS is Z.OUS.
Yes, Z.OUS. Z.OUS.
How do you think it's going to differ from like the play style from Microphones and Monsters standard to this?
Play style, I don't think it's going to be too much of a difference. I feel like there's going to be more combat involved, but I do like to drive story through combat too. Like I try not to keep combat. I try not to let combat get stale. Usually whenever I create combat, there's a lot of transitions involved and there's movement and things going on and a lot of choices that y'all can make outside of, oh, well, I'm going to attack or I'm going to heal or whatever. There's things to keep it moving. And of course, with like the eldritch stuff that may be thrown at y'all, well, it will eventually. The Technomancer stuff, I love in the Technomancer book how much they added, like, I would say like a monster manual in it, but it's not all monsters. Like it's different types of security guards and androids and mechs and sentient cars. And it's really crazy. I think that there's going to be that horror feel to it, and I may push the boundaries with that. I definitely I won't cover things like we talked off mic about no sexual harassment, no homophobia, transphobic comments, no racism, no gory details of things that shouldn't be gory. But there is also body manipulation, I guess.
Body horror.
Yeah, body horror, because we did cover that in the guest shot with Nits. We did cover that. If you listen to it with the transformation of the ooze about the family in the car, I didn't go into detail of what that family consisted of, but still happened. Like, but I didn't go into details like of that because I don't want to cross that line. If that makes sense.
Yeah, total sense. And then the last question from me, I know like I'm not trying to throw a whole bunch of spoilers in for the actual show, but
by the time this comes out,
will we have yak folk in this world?
There is always every game I DM. There are yak folk, and they all talk like this. And that is established in the lore.
Perfect. I think my important questions are done then.
Yeah, feel free to banter. Like, it's not all serious all the time. It's not like we're doing a job. We're having fun. This is still a D&D game. This is still a TTRPG game, and that is part of what we're doing. We're not just telling a story. We're also having fun as a group of friends, and I like that to show too. I don't edit out all of that because I feel like it's a very important part of the game. Any excessive rules, like covering rules and it dragging on, yeah, I'll cut that out. But banter, if I'm looking something up and y'all want to joke with each other, like go for it.
That's how some of my favorite bits have happened in Microphones and Monsters.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. So that is it for session 0. And yeah, just join us when episode 1 comes out. Well, I don't, at this time of recording, I don't know, but join us next time on DreadTek Incorporated. That works. We can stop recording.
Cue undecided music.
Yeah.
Viva la revolución.
DreadTek Incorporated is premiering on your favorite podcatchers on March 16th, 2022. Stay jacked in.
Looking for a fun way to win up to 25 times your money this basketball season? Test your skills on Prize Picks, the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projection for a wide variety of stats, and place your entry. It's as easy as that. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and injury insurance on your picks are what make Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Ready to test your skills? Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million players who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/get100 and use code GET100. That's code GET100 at prizepicks.com/get100 for a first deposit matchup to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.